In today's video, we're going to be looking at the iPhone 12 mini in the 2025. In this video, we're going to be going over the design, the size, performance, camera's display, and of course the features and the updates. So let's start with the design. First, it is a very small phone, 5.4 inches. This is extremely small, especially compared to the today's standards where phones are 6.1, 6.3, 6.5, and the new Pro Max is 6.9, which I actually have as well. So here is the difference between these two. I mean, just a ridiculous size difference. So overall design and size is still pretty good for the 2025. I do find this design to be very attractive, but I definitely recommend getting it in a different color, especially if you're not going to be using the case. It does leave quite a lot of fingerprints, so black color, not so good. I do have the 13 mini in red, and that one doesn't show off fingerprints like the black color. So this phone does have the compact size, and I feel like this is the biggest selling point. So if you're into one-handed use and truly pocketable phone, the 12 mini is still one of the best options out there. Now, when it comes to the performance in 2025, the A14 Bionic chip is still a very capable CPU. 4 gigabytes of RAM, the storage starts at 64 gigabytes. I'm not going to talk much on the storage. It's really optional what you end up getting. If you don't end up taking quite a lot of videos and pictures, then go with the 64 gigabytes. If you do, then upgrade to more. Once you get it, you can't upgrade the storage anymore. But let's go back to the performance. 4 gigabytes of RAM, A14 Bionic chip. It's still capable of handling everyday tasks and even some gaming without significant slowdowns. But honestly, this phone isn't really for gaming because of its size. Now, when it comes to the display, as I mentioned, 5.4 inches, it does have an OLED display. So that's the newest technology, and even in the 2025, all the iPhones still have OLED displays. So the best phones come with the OLED display. It does have 60 Hz refresh rate, which is not surprising. Even the newest iPhone 16 has 60 Hz refresh rate. So overall display is really good, and it probably has more pixels per inch than the newest iPhone just because of the smaller size. When it comes to the cameras, well, not the latest and the greatest. The dual camera system on the 12 mini still takes good photos and videos in most conditions. So even if you're taking pictures or videos in the dark with not optimal lighting, they will still look pretty good. I mean, I ended up comparing this phone with some of the latest Android budget phones like the Samsung A15. I do have Motorola G Stylus 2024 and phones like that. And these phones do have premium cameras compared to those. When it comes to the updates, the iPhone 12 mini is still getting all the latest iOS and the regular updates in 2025. So that's definitely some good news. Matter of fact, I do have the latest updates right here. I haven't downloaded it yet, so I'm going to update that once I finish the video. So extremely good news. You will be getting all the security patches, all those updates, and all the features if this phone does support it. It's not going to support all the latest features that, for example, iPhone 16 or the iPhone 15 Pro and the Pro Max support just because of that camera button that they have on the side. So you will get a lot of the features, but not all the latest and greatest features. But even though this phone is impressive in 2025, it will definitely have some cons as well. Some of the cons is definitely the battery life. This phone doesn't have amazing battery life. Now, this really comes down to how long and what do you end up doing with the phone. If you're a heavy user, you will definitely have to charge this phone during the day. So for example, if you're using a heavy around 5-6 p.m., you will have to top it off. If you're not a heavy user, you will be able to get full day out of this phone. In conclusion, iPhone 12 mini is still a decent option in 2025, especially if you value its compact size and affordability.